Okay, today we're going to grab our foam rollers. If you also have a lacrosse ball or a peanut, which is basically two lacrosse balls together, grab those. You're going to want those too. If you don't have them, don't worry. A foam roller will be perfectly fine. A lot of people will have a 12-inch or an 18-inch. Some people have the big long ones. All of them work. So this is going to be a lower body foam roll sequence. So we're going to start on just our calf. Grab your foam roller, throw it underneath the calf. You can just do it like this. You can raise your butt up for some more pressure down into your calf muscle. We're just going to roll it out for 30 seconds to a minute, finding any points of tension, any points that are maybe a little more painful than others. I personally love to grab my lacrosse ball for this. So we'll grab that. I always have a nice tension point right there. I'll throw that lacrosse ball on there and just hold it for 5-10 seconds, let go. Do that for 30 to 60 seconds and move on. So after our calf, we're going to foam roll our hamstring. Same thing, we're just going to kind of roll back and forth. You can turn your leg in, you can turn your leg out. Just find those points of tension. If you find a trigger point, sit on it, then continue moving. We're just trying to work out some of that tension in our muscles. From here, I move on to my glute. I personally don't like to get my glute with a foam roller. I find it kind of difficult. It is a lot easier to hit those little trigger points with a lacrosse ball. So I'm going to do that just so you can see what that looks like. Again, you're just going to kind of work different angles, finding points of tension. So once you're done with your glute, we will move on to your TFL. Some people will know this as your IT band. It's that same region across the outside of your leg. So we'll just run along here. I am known for having really gnarly TFL pain. So sometimes I like to thread it. You can find a tension point and just practice some movements while you're on it. It is not enjoyable, but we're working out that tension. So from here, I roll it over to my quad. So you guys can see it better. I'm going to do my left quad, but I usually perform this one leg at a time. So we'll do this. Same thing. We're just rolling back and forth, moving your leg on an internal rotation, external rotation, trying to hit as many angles as we can. And then I like to pull out my lacrosse ball and hit some of that tension point in my hips. That is not fun. So you'll do that, and then the very last one that I always hit is on the inside of my leg here. Get those adductors. And you'll just roll back and forth, same thing as before. Do each of these movements for 30 to 60 seconds. If you want to do it longer, you can. This is a great thing to do on your off day. Pair it with a 30-minute walk. You're good to go. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes.